coming in hot, Chichi. I'm in the airport in the United Club, though. You can yell boom a little louder if you're in the United Club.
Yeah.
If you pay $60 to get in here for the day.
It's got to be worth it, though, dude. You're not
Oh,
sitting around with somebody's feet in your face eating a bacon, egg, and cheese in your grill.
it is so worth it, dude. There's a little buffet over there after I do this show. I'm going to go see what's going on over there. We got about an hour and 20-minute delay or layover.
Oh, wow.
Delay, you know?
That's all right.
So, yeah. How you doing, dude? I miss you, man. How's everything going? How was the weekend?
Weekend was good, man. We got Macy had her... she had a little plate removed from her ACL surgery last year, so she's in recovery. Jess is in... We have this huge crate that's like... It's humongous. It's like the size of a small apartment that we boxed out, just put a bed in there. She's sleeping downstairs for 3 days with Macy.
Didn't Jess do that last time,
Yes.
too? Like,
she did that for 3 months for her ACL surgery.
well, thank God Jess is small enough to fit in that crate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a little apartment. It's like a little apartment.
Sarah and I would need a Great Dane crate.
Yeah. Oh, well, she's not in a crate. Like, I'm not crating my wife. She's in.
Yeah.
It's like a big fenced-in area. I'll put it that way. Just so everybody knows.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Dude,
I love it.
Magical Mystery Tour, dude. First of all, you were with the Buccos. Second of all, you're fired up because you got to see so many great players and so many teams, and you met Paul Skenes and all those guys.
Dude.
God, dude.
It was incredible, man. I had an incredible trip. I went down on Friday, and went with the Buccos. So Derek Shelton, Ben Charrington, those guys. Shelton's a good buddy of mine. Been with Ben when I was in Boston. So I went down there for 3 days in uniform, which is pretty cool. I think one of the things, like, I talked to the guys on Saturday because I was telling a funny story about the third base coach, Mike Rubello. Like, incredible story. I think I've told you that story.
Yeah.
But then the point I was making was, like, dude, I'm not kidding you when I say I used to hate people being in the clubhouse. It was a pet peeve of mine. Like, I really did not like it because I felt like you had to really earn your way into a big league clubhouse. Like, all those guys that are there, like the work that goes into getting there, and I'm not talking about the coaches and obviously the staff. That's part of it, but like especially those players, dude. So when I got up in front of the guys, I just said, I just want to let you know that I'm honored to be here. I didn't like guys coming in the clubhouse if they hadn't earned the right to be here, and I'm thankful I have this uniform for the next 3 days. And my point was just like, appreciate this. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. And it was cool because, dude, Kutch, Angel McCutch is still there. I think Kutch is like 37, 38 years old, 19, 20 years in the big leagues. Dude, I was there in 2006 when I was with the Buccos. I'll never forget, in my group there was like this wiry outfielder, young kid, 18-year-old kid hitting bullets in the gap. I'm like, who's this dude right here? Like, that's Andrew McCutcheon. He was the first-round pick last year. They just invited him to spring training, and here he is, like, knocking on the door of Cooperstown. Not sure if he's going to get in or not, but he's in the conversation, which is incredible. That means you've had an incredible career. You've been an MVP and all that stuff. So it was really, really cool to, like, kind of piece it all together. Looking at Paul Skenes, who's 22 years old, and you see McCutcheon, over there, who's finished his career, and I've seen, you've seen that so many times. Like when I was coming in, and then played with Lark for a few years, and Pete Harnish and those guys are going out. So it was just really cool, man. It was a great weekend. But Chinch, I luckily got a chance because it's really like the last 3 or 4 days of spring I was here. So that's when the teams are really ramping up. You're getting your guys, you're at bats, you're getting your pitchers. You want to make sure that the guys that are going to be starting opening day or the guys right there are lining up with their starts. Well, Friday night, we played the Red Sox at JetBlue Park, which is so cool. Have you ever been there, dude? It's like a miniature Fenway Park. It's literally like, it's incredible. It's unbelievable.
Nice.
Got a chance to run into Bregman, had a great talk with him. I said, dude, you're going to love Boston. You're going to love Boston. Alex Cora is a great friend of mine. So Alex and AC and I got a chance to talk in the dugout for a while. He's the best. He's the best friend of the show. Yeah. So, I got a chance to run into those guys. But I got a chance to see Garrett Crochet up close and personal and hear the feedback from the guys that were facing him. And, dude, this guy has got some nasty stuff, dude. Really nasty. Cutter, sinker, slider, 99 with some sink. I mean, this guy's the real deal. You can see now why, when the Red Sox, obviously, they've done a great job of scouting, great job of drafting, all that stuff, because they have some of the best prospects in the game right now. But they gave up a haul, dude. Kyle Teo and a couple other guys, they gave up a haul for Crochet, and everyone's like, oh, is that worth it? Then you see Crochet pitch, how young he is, and the stuff that he has. Just, I mean, lefty, big dude, huge legs, and just was throwing gas. So
Nice.
when the Red Sox have a legit ace, that's
That's
that,
awesome.
that's the take I got from Friday night. Was like, you know what,
Awesome.
the Red Sox have a legit ace, no doubt about it. And then fast forward to Saturday. So fortunate, dude. I talked to the team Saturday morning. Had a great talk, and I was heading into the food room, and Paul Skenes is walking in too.
Nice.
And so we end up sitting down for like 20, 30 minutes and just talking, man. What a great guy. Impressive, dude. You can feel his confidence when you're sitting there with him. He's a quiet guy, soft-spoken, but big confidence. Big confidence. I told you about his the scripture that's on his glove, 2 Timothy 1:7, that says, "For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but one of love, power, and self-discipline." That guy's the opposite of timid. You can see why that's on his glove, because he's like, man, here it is. But he told me some great stories about being at the Air Force Academy the first couple of years, learning discipline, learning routine, learning consistency. He talked about his roommate was, training for the special forces. He said, the first year when they were doing like boot camp, he said, they did 40 guys. I think it was 40 cadets, he said. And he said the officer would be like, "Cadet 24, your bed, your pillow is not tight enough." And he said everyone would have to rip their bed sheets off and do it again. He said he must have made his bed like 1,000 times. You know what I mean? Like, it's incredible, man. It's incredible.
Wait, so you're what are you, 6'2", 215, a pure muscle? What are you?
I'm 6'3".
6'3". Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
What is he like? What is his size-wise? Is there a comp? Like, does he look like any pitcher you ever saw?
You know who he looks like? I'm not kidding you. He looks like Adam Dunn as a pitcher.
Wow, that's a great comp.
That's what he looks like, dude. He's got Dunner's body.
Wow.
Just a thick, that country strong guy, big, really big feet. Just a big guy, man. Like, just a big guy. We sat down, too. It was like, the way these guys eat now. Back then we didn't have. I was like, "Can I get some celery sticks with some peanut butter on them?" And can we have some chicken noodle soup, even though it's 9,000 degrees out? He's got dude Tony, the chef there, is cooking up stuff. And, Paul's got a huge plate of vegetables, a little bit of meat. Just like the perfect thing to eat. Locked in. So, but yeah, dude, like a big guy, man, a really big guy. Like,
that's awesome.
So, but so, like I said, such a nice, confident, good human being more than anything,
Talk about a future.
Dude, you kidding me? Big
dude,
time.
did you see that kid that sold his card for $1.1 million? That card, that Topps card the other day.
Dude, and honestly, when I saw that for $1.1 million, I go, I get it. I I understand. And then when I saw him pitch Chinch, I go, oh, I get it again.
Ridiculous.
Like, it was legit.
Wow.
And I had told Mike Rubello and Shelty, and I said, I can't wait to see Skenes in person in the dugout. Because when you're down that close, dude, you're seeing a different point of view than you are even in the stands. You can really see the movement. You could see the swings. And he was going against, Colton Cowser was there, Jackson Holliday was there, Ryan O'Hearn was there. So, the big dogs were there, and he was coming right at him, which was just some absolute filth.
So who else did you see this weekend? You saw a lot of players. You got big scouting reports.
Oh, it was great, dude. Yeah, so we got a chance to see Jackson Holliday. He looks good. He looks really good. I think he's going to have a great year. Ryan O'Hearn looked good. Who else was there? Colton Cowser looked good. Nobody looked that good against Skenes, but some of the swings, I'm like, it looks good. Even with the Pirates, man. The Pirates, O'Neal Cruz is huge, dude. The guy's like 6'7", 6'8". I mean, runs like a gazelle. Dude, but you know who's bigger than you think?
Who's that?
Brian Reynolds.
Really?
Brian Reynolds is a big dude, 6'3", pretty thick. Even though, he can run well, it was pretty impressive.
Nice.
He was pretty impressive. But, dude, it was good to see Isaiah Connor-Falefa. Izzy and I were in New York together.
Oh, yeah.
With the Yankees. Right. So it was great to kind of reconnect with him. Dude, Tommy Pham. Dude, what a guy. I love that guy. And I always say wherever Tommy Pham goes, they win.
Yeah, you can see it close, like what makes his makeup. He's got like the greatest makeup in baseball. He's like a winner, right?
Dude, total win. And you know what's funny about Tommy? Having talking to him, he just wants to. He's like from jump at spring training. He's like, I just want to face the best pitchers. make sure my starts are against the best pitchers, just because he's like, if I'm facing minor league pitchers, they're not getting me ready for the season. I want to face the best of the best and
Cool.
have my at bats be quality. And that's a veteran dude. Like when I was just coming up, I was like, let me face the worst pitchers out there and get my
Go
confidence
9
going.
for 9.
And
Yeah.
dude, Tommy against Crochet Friday night, who's the guy getting hits? Tommy Fan comes out, wham, wham,
Nice.
couple bullets. So
Nice.
that was pretty impressive. Just a lot of great guys in that clubhouse, dude. Really, I'm excited for the Pirates, man. They got the
That's
pitching.
great.
Bednar looked good in the one outing he had Friday night against the Red Sox, which that would be huge, with having him hopefully being able to shut the doors. Struggled a little bit last year, but he could be back to all-star form. But you go up and down. Key Brian Hayes, made a play at third base too. It's getting to see him in person was like so impressive. To his left, just so beautiful. So they have some pieces. Jack Sawinski's had a nice spring training, so we'll see what happens there. He's got thunder in his bat, doing a great job of making some adjustments. But also with a guy like that, you can't teach experience. So I'm sure he's learned a lot through the ups and downs these last couple of years. That was great. But also too on yesterday, dude, we went and played the Blue Jays, which was awesome. Got to see Mark Mazinski first, dude, the first baseman for the first base coach for the obviously friend of the show for the Blue Jays, one of my best friends in the world from Richmond, and just love seeing Bud. So good to see him. But dude, getting a chance to see Vlad again and Santander and some of these guys, but the guy, mark my words, book it right now, dude. The guy that's going to have a monster year on that team is Bo Bichette.
Ooh.
But he had a monster spring. I think he hit 4 home runs, over well over 300, over 1,000 OPS. Spring training doesn't say a ton, but the eyes of a hitter, dude, the eyes of a guy that's played in the big leagues for as long as I did. When I watched him, he hit a ball first at bat off Falter to right field, just foul, like a bomb, just foul, like it. And then he hit a rocket to first base on the ground hard, dude, like. Tree had to make a dive and play,
Wow.
at first base. So, dude, when you see Bo Bichette going the other way and with conviction, and there's a little bit, I think last year playing 80 games, being hurt a lot of the year with the calf and all this stuff, and then the doubters come. He's not in the top 100, all that stuff. I think there's a little chip on his shoulder. You do not want Bo Bichette to have a chip on his shoulder, because when he does, he comes out and he delivers. Bo Bichette's going to have a huge year this year, dude. Really believe that. He looked great at short. He's made a couple nice plays. But when you see, like I said, when you see Bo Bichette driving that ball to right field, it opens up everything for him. And he had a monster spring. And like I said, I think there's something about this season that the Blue Jays are we're all talking about Guerrero. We're talking about Santander. We're talking about all these different guys. The guy that you're going to be talking about in a couple months into the season is Bo Bichette, because he's going to have a monster year. I really believe that.
Nice. Market. I got his spring stats. 51 spring at bats so far, 373 batting average, 4 bombs, 9 ribbies.
There you go, dude. There you go. Right. Yeah. You think he's locked in and ready to go? Because a lot of times it's spring. Dude, I must admit, I was the worst spring training player probably ever. I was like, I was terrible. But because I just wanted to get some at bats and I want to get out of there. You know what I mean? When you are coming back from an injury, or you're coming back from a down year, there is a different focus there where you're like, you know what? I need to prove it to myself first, and then I'm going to prove it to everybody else that I'm back and ready to go. And he looks good. He looks strong. Looks jacked. Legs look big. I mean, he's good. I'm excited, man. Really,
That's
love
great.
Bo too. Love Bo.
Nice. Dude, I have one other funny question for you, actually. It popped into my head. Last time you were in a Pirates uniform was what year?
2006.
2 questions about that. Now, that was towards the tail end of your career. You are now one of the more physically fit. Do you fit a uniform better now than you did in 2006? Do you fit the Pirates uniform better? And how is it different, dude? Are the uniforms more comfortable than when you played?
That's a great question, because
I think I should answer that.
Sarah's going to answer
Yes.
that, you said.
Go ahead, Sarah.
It looks great.
Yeah, looks
So,
fit.
like, you're freaking at home, right?
Yeah, did you make him wear it when you got back to the hotel?
Oh my God,
That's
so funny. Some of your
Oh, great.
No, I tell you what, shit, that's a funny question, because Nike's making the uniforms now. They were comfortable, and Bulls, who's the clubby there for the Pirates, made me my jersey with 25 on it, so I wore it on Saturday, which was really cool. But
Wow.
yeah, dude, I my jersey size, I think I wore a 50 when I played. I was wearing a 46 jersey size.
Wow, dude.
Definitely down. Or I ordered a 48 or a 50, but yeah, definitely definitely lower on the Jersey side. I definitely, but I feel great. But at the end of the day, Chinch, going back to those times, I was in like big league baseball shape.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
like I was
Yes.
like I played at 235. My body wanted to be there. That's I got down to 217 one year. Jack Diesel, dude. I didn't eat one carb the whole offseason. I was conditioning 45 minutes a day. Probably that's probably not what they don't teach that now, but back then that's what they did. I came in
Mm.
at 217. You could see all my abs. I was jacked. I got in the first day of BP, and it was just like off my bat. I'm like, what? Where's the
Hey
pop?
man,
Where's the pop?
you need
So I got back to
you need
235 and start raking. So like, there's something about the playing shape, but I'm definitely leaner now than I was when I was when I was
yeah. There
playing.
you go. No, dude, you need a booty in
You
baseball,
gotta
man.
have a
Everybody likes
booty,
to
dude. You gotta have a booty, and I'm looking for the booties out there. What?
Nice. I think that's a perfect thing to end on right now. Awesome. Nice,
I
dude.
love it, man. All right, hey Chinchy,
All right.
it's great to see
Safe
you, dude.
travel.
I've been missing you, bro.
No, I missed you. I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm glad we get hooked up. I'll be back home in the mayor's office tomorrow, and
Let's go.
glad we connected. And everyone out there, we missed you guys too. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow. See you, bud.
Love you.
Love you.